Hi everyone. Now that you've mastered using Google Drive and Pages, the last key ingredient that you really need to understand to publish a really effective Canvas course that will enhance the experience with your students and for yourself is assignments. Assignments is just what the name intends. It could be really anything that you want to grade or not grade, homework, essays, exams, in-class activities, subplans, can all be made into an assignment. The biggest difference between a page and an assignment is the assignment function allows you to put a date for completion onto it, and if you so choose, you can also have that same assignment submitted digitally and online. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over here to the left navigation bar and you're going to click assignments. Now you'll see that I have already created some groups within my assignment page. This is really a method to keep myself organized. So if you wanted to create an assignment group, so if you see right here, I'm in Unit 4, Growing Pages, New Nation, you would create a new group by going up to the top, clicking the plus group button, and then you would create a group. I strongly recommend that you use units as the groups for your assignments. But if we look down here, we can see all the different assignments that I could have in a single given unit. Why I really like to organize in groups, uh, because going from one year to the next, I can move these assignments around in terms of the progression of assignments students have to go through, and it just makes it easier for me to identify those assignments and to keep myself organized. It also is really useful that if you use your knowledge of Google Drive, that whatever assignments that you are using, let's say you have a reading or an article or questions, that you want to link from that Google Drive, because from year in and year out, if you go into Google Drive and you tweak the assignment itself, it will automatically update the assignment on your Canvas page. You don't have to worry about relinking it or re-uploading it and adding additional steps and taking more of your valuable time. So uh, if you wanted to create a new assignment from scratch, once you've created the groupings, you would click the plus button at the top of a group, and here you can see the assignment type it is. There could be assignments that you do discussions or quizzes, um, as other types of assignments. You're going to name it, date it, but if you want to put more information on there, you're going to click more options. And what it's going to bring you to is a screen that looks a lot like the same screen that you use to edit your pages, but for assignments. It's very seamless. Once you kind of learn how to edit something in a page, you know how to do it in an assignment, you know how to do it in a quiz, you know how to do it in a module, because it's all the same. It's one of the great benefits of Canvas. So you'd put all your instructions here. You can choose the number of points, the assignment group it's in, how you're going to grade it. Is it complete, incomplete, points, letter grade, GPA, scale, so on and so forth. It could also be something that has no submission, meaning that they have to do it, but they're not turning it in. Maybe you're discussing it in class. You can choose the online function, and if you choose online, a text entry, meaning they would have to type directly into their Canvas LMS, a website URL. Perhaps they created some sort of online project like a Google presentation, a Google site. This would allow them to copy and paste and share that link with you directly. Media recordings, if they created their own videos, this would create a Dropbox for those videos. File uploads are your more traditional, Word documents and sorted, text formats. which they could upload. You can also use external tools. An external tool, the best example that you could use would be like Turnitin.com. So you can actually use and find Turnitin by simply clicking external tools. You click find, and then you scroll down, and here you have the Turnitin LTI tool. So if I wanted to make sure that it was a written essay, I wanted to run it through Turnitin, I'd click select, and now as soon as they upload it to Canvas, it will automatically run it through Turnitin. You don't have to create a classroom on Turnitin. You don't have to give the kids codes. It is seamless. It's taking a lot of additional steps out of the process. They only have to go to one single place. And then down here at the bottom, you can choose who to assign it to. Now, for me, I have several different sections. Maybe I want to assign it to period 2 on one day, and then period 6 on a different day. And you can choose. Maybe the rotation schedule doesn't change up. What's really nice about this too is for those specific instances where maybe you're working in a collaborative class, or you have a student who has a 504 or an IEP that has them getting additional time, you can actually specifically choose a student to assign a date to. So if they get 50% or 100% extended time, you can then give them a separate due date, and it will automatically show up on their Canvas page, and no one else would be any the wiser, which is kind of a key ingredient to properly implementing 504s, IEPs. Many students don't necessarily want other students to know that they're getting extended time. By doing it through Canvas, it allows them to maintain that sense of privacy, and the appearance of them working along with the rest of the students. Then you would pick a due date, and you can leave it available, meaning like it would be an option for the students to see. I normally give 2 weeks, the starting date from which I assigned it, to a week after, because at that point, if they haven't turned it in a week after, I normally no longer accept it. So once it hits that date to close the assignment and no longer accept late grades, it will automatically take it off of the student's screen. So now that you've learned a little bit of the benefits of assignments, why don't you go ahead and try creating an assignment on your own, and take a minute to read through the directions and the pictures that I've provided below. Good luck.